get around him. Dodge your nonsense. That feels better. And I feel like that's kind of a classy move, not a trashy move. In my view, it seems like it's safer to get away from somebody like that than it is to hang out behind them and just wait for them to get, something, for waiting for something to go wrong, right? I don't know. Keeping it safe is keeping it classy. Not trashy. I didn't cuss the guy out. Square body trucks in the 80s. The windows were down. You knew our air conditioner wasn't working. But as a child, I remember, the hot summer days and how beautiful it is and can be in Oklahoma during the summertime. And the wind blowing through my hair and sunning myself, getting that golden tan as a kid that we take for granted when we get older. I don't know. It's just sentimental for me. I will tell you, sweat is not sentimental for me at all. I'm really not happy about that. But, I'm a tough babe. I can handle it. I'll live. I'm not going to stroke out. I can spend my money on other things, like brake pads and a rebuilt carburetor. Number two top priorities there for a classy lady. Brake pads being number one. I'll never forget when I first bought the car. I'd had it maybe a couple of months, and I'd had to put brake fluid in it, and I was hoping that that's all that was wrong with it. Anyway, so I was headed to a drugstore, and the brakes completely went out. Like, I had absolutely no brakes. I had to use the emergency brake to stop and then release the emergency brake to go. It was horrible, and it was not cheap to fix. Um, so yeah, it wasn't great, but got it done. Brakes are great. I don't have anti-lock brakes, which by the way is why in these cars you can't follow too close. You can't come to a sudden stop. I mean, you can, but you might spin out because you got too much power under the hood, and you've got rear wheel drive, so sudden stops and high speeds, it doesn't go together. I've done it. I've actually spun out, trust me. Not in Classy Lady. Back when I had a 78 Nova, when I was young and a much worse driver. Well, who am I kidding? I'm still a pretty bad driver. So yeah. I remember when I met my husband, forget what kind of car I was driving, Buick Century or something like that. And I had to have my brake pads changed. And my husband was like, "What?" He said he'd never seen anybody who had to have their brake pads changed as often as I did. I was like, well, sorry. Stretch of road. Not a lot of potholes, missing chunks out of the road. These intersections get a little crumbly. Ah, dang it. One thing a lot of people in Oklahoma don't know, and certainly outside of Oklahoma people don't know about our state, is that our cities are funded almost entirely by sales tax. We don't get any meaningful amount of property tax. Property taxes goes to fund county government and school districts. So it makes it difficult for cities to budget because property tax values pretty well steadily go up or, kind of hold, how much you're going to get. And sales tax revenue really fluctuates a little bit. Yes, they can predict it, but they can't predict it with the same precision that they can property tax. So that makes them a little hesitant to go out on a limb and buy certain materials at a certain price when they're, kind of really worried about sales tax revenue. So all the cities in Oklahoma that are neighbors to each other all compete for business because the more people spend in their cities, the more sales tax revenue they get to fund their, police and fire, city staff, some for streets, water line replacements, comes out of your general fund, sales tax. Other municipalities, it comes out of user fees. So yeah. And I like to complain about state highways as much as anybody else does. But the truth is, the reason why we have such shitty roads and highways a lot of times is because the the federal interstate systems are, sometimes in pretty bad shape too, but transportation in general is suffering for funding at the state and federal level because we don't have enough tax dollars going to that. The gas tax at the federal level, for example, has not been increased since the 90s, I think during the Clinton administration. Unless I'm wrong, I mean, the last time I looked it up was a couple of years ago. And there was a bill, I want to say in 2021, to raise the gas tax, but it didn't, last I knew, it didn't get anywhere. So you can imagine how much the cost of labor and equipment and materials has gone up since 1990s to now. Good grief. So yeah, if we want better roads, we're gonna have to pay for them. That's the way it is. This GTO. There's not a lot you can do about it. GT, whatever it is. It's got too many cars in front of it. But if there's one thing I can't stand to see, it's somebody drive a sports car like a Lincoln Continental. I'm like, what did you drive that for? I mean, what did you buy it for? Why do you drive it? What's the point if you're not gonna, use it for the purposes to which it was intended, which is speed? Looking sexy, but not acting sexy. I can tell you, it's a waste of a sports car. Hey, what's up? He scooted up beside me and revved his engine. I'm like, yeah, I know. You're a badass. Probably wondering what I had under the hood. But I can tell you with a 2-barrel carburetor system, I don't have a lot of acceleration here. And as mean as I sometimes drive, I'm sure that's a good thing. In the shade. In the shade. In the shade. Yes. Mission accomplished. Oh, we got a green. Come on, honey. It ain't gonna stay green. Oh, let's go. This is why I need new brake pads. Gosh. behind a slower moving vehicle who is not aware of the left lane, right lane rule. So it remains to be seen what the potential pace car can actually do. Oh, and then I've got this van coming up on my right from the rear, and he is in some kind of crazy hurry. And if he thinks I'm letting him in, I ain't. Uh-oh. You'll see him in a second. Yeah, you're in the right lane, son. Wrong place to be trying to move it. Stuck now. No you don't, Ford. You're gonna need to get behind me. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I thought so. You just got behind me. Oh. What are we doing? What are we doing? Dodge, what are we doing? Probably getting ready to exit. Middle lane is not going to be moving much faster. No, he's not. I think he's going to... No, he's stuck. Probably getting ready to exit soon. I mean, why else would you drive a sports car in the middle lane? That's all I'm saying. Pretty car. Not as pretty as Classy Lady. Sorry. Oh, you just got behind me. Yep, you tried the middle lane and it didn't work. I'm telling you, the left lane eventually always speeds up, right? You get a truck in the left lane for whatever reason, no disrespect to our trucker friends, okay? And then directly they will get back out of the way and slow down the middle lane, and then the left lane starts moving again. Okay, Charger's in the middle lane again. Honey, that ain't the way it works. I really got to get a rear-facing camera, because you guys should see the stuff that goes on behind me and beside me.